Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2019 Southland Bowling League Championship. I'm Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com, and welcome to round 4, our 4th stream of the weekend. We started yesterday on Friday in our double elimination Southland Bowling League bracket. And in round 4 here, we have matches number 11 and matches number 12. Over on lanes 23 and 24 on the left side of your screen, you see the competition between Stephen F. Austin University and Arkansas State. They are competing in the losers bracket. The winner of that match will go on to face the loser of the match on lanes 31 and 32, which is in our winners bracket. Both teams are undefeated thus far and had the morning off. They did all their work yesterday, and it is the number 1 seed Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the Sam Houston State Bearcats, number 1 and number 2 seeds in this tournament. The winners will advance to the finals tomorrow, and the losers will face the winner of Arkansas State and Stephen F. Austin University. NCAA Women's Collegiate Bowling here on Inside Bowling. We would like to, at this point in time, introduce you to what the ladies are bowling on today. The invisible oil pattern, as we say in bowling, very, very demanding. Want to take a look at it now. It is 41 feet in length, 26 milliliters of oil, 2.07 to 1 ratio. Our format today has been the same of all weekend, but if you're just joining us for the first time, I'll go over it. We're looking to win 2 games, essentially. 2 games. First team to win 2 games advances. Those games are, this game right here is a traditional team bowling game like you would see in a league setting. All the ladies bowl their individual games. You total up the scores, and if you win that, your team gets a point. Then they move to the Baker system, where the leadoff bowler bowls the 1st and 6th frame. The second bowler bowls the 2nd and the 7th frame. The third bowler bowls the 3rd and the 8th, the 4th and the 9th, and then the 5th and the entire 10th frame bowled by the anchor bowler. And the total pinfall in a 5-game series there will then get another point. And if the same team wins both points, they are done and will advance in the bracket. However, if it's tied 1-1, we go to a 7-game sudden death. 7 games, best of 7. Baker competition, alternating lanes after every game. That's how we determine who moves on. I believe they call it a super format. It's a super match. A little bit of everything. So we'll be with you here today for this, and then back again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And at 8 a.m. we'll be back with the match to determine who is going to go on to take on the undefeated team. And the undefeated team will have to be beaten twice for the team out of the losers bracket to take home the championship. There is an automatic bid at stake here into the NCAA championships. Whoever wins this event is in nationals. They will make it to nationals. They will punch their ticket. I will take you through our teams. First of all, in the losers bracket on lanes 23 and 24, we have the Arkansas State Red Wolves, who are the number 3 seeds here in this tournament. Montana Meyer, Krista Pierce, Denisha Waller, Taylor Davis, Leah Glazer, Sheila Sutphin, Avery Brown, Julia Huron, Lauren Bunting, Destiny Truly, Those young ladies make up the roster for Arkansas State. The Red Wolves team coach, Justin Kostick, and assistant coach, Tanner Seal. They're taking on the number 4 seeds, the Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks. Paige Beanie, Dakota Hazelwood, Megan Eaglehouse, Sarah Voyers, Sarah Gill, Dakota Fashioney, Carlene Beyer, and they are coached by Amber Limpke and assistant coach Steve Limpke. On the right side of your screen, you see the number 1 ranked in the country, Vanderbilt Commodores, Brianna Lane, Emily Rigney, Jordan Newham, Maria Bolanova, Samantha Gaynor, Adele Wayner, and Kristen Qua. Head coach John Williamson, associate head coach PWBA champion Josie Ernest Barnes. For Sam Houston State, the Bearcats, the number 2 seed coming in, we have Madison Keller, Tacey Ballin, Sayasa Ismail, Lynn Fischler, Haley Connolly, B. Hernandez, Caitlin Dickerson, and Elise Chambers, coached by Brad Hagan. So early on here in our first game, a traditional game here at the Southland Bowling League Championship. I want to say hello to Donnie and Pat in the chat who are here on YouTube watching today. Thank you so much for coming in and being part of this broadcast and watching these ladies participate out on the lanes and see who's going to win that berth, who's going to take home the championship. We will have our championship match tomorrow around 11 a.m. Central Time right here on Inside Bowling. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We certainly appreciate any subscribers that we get. We're up over, we're close to 13,000 now. So we've been doing this for 5 or 6 years, and we're happy to bring you some bowling content when we can. Got a lot of other things that we're involved with these days, but coming here to the Southland Bowling League every year is something we love to do. This match between Arkansas State and Stephen F. Austin, they're pretty evenly matched teams here. This should be a good one. I doubt this one will go 2-0. notice on the left side of your screen in our losers bracket, only 2 strikes so far bowled by both teams total. Compared to 8 over on lanes 31 and 32. I take that back. I actually have those backwards. Sorry. My point is, on 31 and 32, there's just a completely difference in scoring here. We got 2 teams that are lined up and 2 teams that are still trying to find their way. Remember, the 2 teams on the right side of your screen got to sleep in this morning, have not been bowling today already. Looks like we have a foul on lane 23. So we've had a gutter and a foul by Stephen F. Austin already in almost 2.5 frames. Vanderbilt and Sam Houston State still trying to find it, still no striking. Hello to Lee in the chat. How are you today, sir? Through 2 frames down on 31 and 32. It's just a 7-pin match. Once again, that's the winner's bracket, Vanderbilt and Sam Houston State. And just a 3-pin match over here on lanes 23 and 24. Very, very early in competition. Single game, traditional team game, and 5 Baker games coming up for you. Really can't get over the low scores here on 31 and 32. Kristen Kwa, we saw her bowl. She's a senior now for Singapore. I've probably streamed 4 or 5 events with her, and every time she's made the all-tournament team. Stephen F. Austin doing a lot of striking here. You got a turkey up top. Kind of a weird frame, or weird game so far for the second bowler with a foul in the third frame. And a gutter from the anchor bowler to start the game. It's kind of a bizarre start. But so far they have a 20-pin lead through 3 frames and a frame. 3 games in a frame, I should say. Or yeah, 3 frames in a frame. Does that make sense? 16 frames total. We'll go with that. Stephen F. Austin continues to hit the pocket. Arkansas State still trying to find their way. what a great shot. Stephen F. Austin. They're really lined up well. They're playing the extreme outside part of the lane. Not a whole lot of rev rate, a lot of surface in their hand. And they've got a good look over there. A 47-pin lead. Seven of the last 10 shots have been strikes for Stephen F. Austin. And Arkansas State has had 3 opens in a row. 2 of them being splits. And they have not gotten a 9 count or better in 6 frames. It was 7 frames ago that they did. Got a 5-pin match on 31 and 32. Sam Houston State in the winner's bracket taking on Vanderbilt. A lot of spares down there, trying to find their way as well. I actually think Coach Amber Limke's got her team playing part of the lane that not necessarily everybody else is playing, playing the extreme outside part of the lane with a lot of surface going up the boards. Vanderbilt looks like they're kind of doing the same thing as well. They're just not executing it as well. A little left of where they are. Good shot for Vanderbilt. See if we can get the scores up a little bit on 31 and 32. Another awesome shot for Stephen F. Austin, playing that outside part of the lane, up around 7 or 8 or so. And that ball's just hitting perfect. Sam Houston State in the center of the lane there. 3 spares and a strike for the 4th bowler. Two, 4, 10. Lane 23. And now back-to-back strikes for Sam Houston State. Back-to-back-to-back, 4 out of 5 right there. Maria Bolanova on lane 32. Almost synchronized bowling here on our screen. Strike, spare, spare, strike. So the strike pace picking up down here on lanes 31 and 32. Just a 5-pin match through 4 frames. Stephen F. Austin quite a bit ahead of Arkansas State right now because they just keep striking. It only takes one ball when you strike, two when you spare or split or open or whatever you may be, but anything other than a strike takes twice as long to bowl, and Stephen F. Austin continuing to get some strikes out there. We've got an opportunity here to hang the second bowler twice, and that expression in bowling is whenever everyone else strikes but one person, they call that a hanging. It's when you get hung. So I'm sure the two-hole bowler would be more than happy to get hung twice because that means the rest of her team's striking and they're in good shape in this tournament. That will not happen with the 3-6-10 that was just left. Now Montana Meyer is up for Arkansas State. I think they're making a ball change here. I think they all went back to their bags to switch to some other balls. They're trying to just figure out this pair. They may concede this game to figure it out for Baker. Who knows? I don't know the strategy over there, but if it gets too far out of hand, that may not be a bad strategy. Ball change there in the fifth frame for the third bowler. Miss Waller. Another good shot by Julia on lane 24. It's going to be about an 80-pin deficit through 5 frames for Arkansas State. We've got less than a 10-pin match over on 31 and 32 right now. Kristen Quah getting it figured out with a double after I called her out, basically. C bowler on lane 31. So on lanes 23 and 24 as they make the flip over. 82 pin lead right now. It's actually more than that because of the 3 doubles up on the board. Over 100 pin difference now. Stephen F. Austin with the early lead, and now halfway through the game with the midway lead by about 100 pins. But Arkansas State's capable of stringing some strikes, and they've got a lot of talent on that team, and it would be no surprise if they came back. So it'll be interesting to see this unfold. And we're looking at basically a completely even game, almost just dead even on 31 and 32 for this single game, traditional game. Then we move into Baker. 5 games, total pins. That'll be the second point. If the team can win both, they will move on. If not, then we'll go to best of 7 head-to-head matches in Baker. Be back tomorrow morning at 1:30. I'm sorry, at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. we'll be back to see who will advance to the finals. And then we'll start the finals up just right after that, around 11 o'clock. So a 2-pin match down there as they make the flip on 31 and 32. Strikes are coming aplenty now. I'm back with you here. Checking on a few stream things here in the building. Mike Flanagan back with you here. We are in game number 1 of our bracket. We have the losers bracket over on the left and the winners bracket over on the right, but you wouldn't be able to tell that necessarily from the scores that are coming out of Stephen F. Austin. The leadoff bowler has 6 strikes in a row. The anchor bowler 5 strikes in a row. They've opened up a 127-pin lead. Arkansas State got off to a very slow start, but Arkansas State has gotten lined up in the last couple of frames right now. This is the traditional team game. After this will be 5 games of Baker. Total pinfall will be the second determining factor. And if they're tied, someone wins the Baker and someone wins the individual team, then we'll go to the best of 7 head-to-head Baker matches. Now, down on lanes 31 and 32, our winners bracket. The team that advances will bowl for the championship here tomorrow morning. Take a look. 27 pins separate right now. It's really more like about 20 because they are a half a frame ahead. Currently right now, Vanderbilt with the slight edge over Sam Houston State. Just an absolute strike clinic from the bookends here on Stephen F. Austin. They've actually been red hot. They bowled really well the last set. And they bowled good down the stretch yesterday as well. So Stephen F. Austin, in my opinion, is the hottest team in here right now. And they are the number 4 seeds, the Lady Jacks. Seems like they've been able to command and understand this oil pattern better than most. Like that shot there was right of target, but still almost struck. Mixing up the pins, playing the extreme outside part of the lane. Notice how that 6 just barely tapped that 10 pin for Maria Bolanova. So very, very exciting here right now. We've got this close match down here, the winners bracket. It's also exciting too because Arkansas State's so talented that they've been able to overcome what happened earlier in the match and get lined up heading into Baker. Which is no surprise. Coach Kostick and assistant coach Tanner Seal, they've worked really well together, and they're not afraid to make big moves, big changes when necessary. It's experience. Ooh, chopped spare. Really not a big deal there with the lead that they have, but never good to miss a spare. I want to welcome in all of our viewers today watching on Inside Bowling. We certainly do appreciate you guys coming in. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Give you notifications every time we go live this weekend and beyond. Vanderbilt pulling away a little bit, starting to distance themselves a little bit more now from Sam Houston State. It's a 69-pin lead, but they are a frame and a half ahead. Be about 50 pins for Vanderbilt going into the 9th frame. We're at USA Bowl in Dallas, Texas. If you live in the area, would like to come out and watch tomorrow, you should. You should come out and watch tomorrow. The finals will start at 8 a.m. And I would guess we would conclude sometime around 1:30. Eight in a row. 8 in a row. That is awesome. They're playing the lanes right as a team. Now that the teams are caught up down there on 31 and 32, it is Sam Houston State and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt now has a 30-pin lead. 30 pins. Stephen F. Austin, this lane pattern is just matching up to them. If they stay with this strategy, they could win the whole thing. They really could. All right, gets the count on the 7-10 there. Arkansas State trying to move outside as well. Spare for Sam Houston. .37 pins. Shot here is pretty big. Oh, and another 7-10. Are you kidding me? On a triple, that's gonna really hurt. Back-to-back 7-10s. Unbelievable. Those back-to-back 7-10s are gonna really make the match draw a little bit closer. You can pick spares and pick up 10 a frame. After back-to-back 7-10s, we see a 4-pin from Vanderbilt, so they're right around the pocket. They just got to keep doing that. That's why they're so good. That 3-6-10 miss for Sam Houston State is unacceptable at this point when you're trying to get back into the match and Vanderbilt's leaving 7-10s. You got to pick your spares. I know it sounds cliche, but spares win you championships. Missed makeables is what coaches talk about. And individual players, when they bowl tournaments, they always look back at missed makeables. All right, possible 269 for leadoff bowler for Stephen F. Austin. That's awesome bowling. All right, 3 strikes going into the 10th frame for the anchor bowler for Sam Houston State. It's going to be, if Maria Bolanova can strike here on 31, it's going to be a 37-pin lead for Vanderbilt going into the 10th frame. 2 opens on each team going into the 10th. 2 doubles for Sam Houston State, so it's pretty even match here. Maria could really use a double to help her team here. Oh, comes in light for the 2-4-5. Oh, Maria Bolanova misses the 2-4-5. So now this match, according to the scoreboard right now, it's 35 pins. But because of the 2 doubles, this game is pretty much even. Sam Houston State showing up with a strike. This is a very, very close match. Sam Houston State gaining more momentum. Those 2 7-10s to start the 9th frame for Vanderbilt, not good. 4-pin by the third bowler. And then 2 shots outside of the pocket, leaving 7 counts. And now Vanderbilt opens in the 10th frame. Vanderbilt collapsing here, completely falling apart. Carlene Bayer, thanks to the folks in the chat, she's a freshman from Ogdensburg, Wisconsin, is our bowler that bowled 269, the leadoff bowler. The Vanderbilt scoreboard. Scoreboard tells a story over there. Scoreboard says 22 right now, but it's less than that. And once again, Arkansas State is going to go down 1-0 to Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin already at 992, bowling a nice team game here. Okay. Three strikes in the 10th. Sam Houston State, second bowler. Or take that back, sorry. 2 strikes in the 10th for the leadoff bowler. And now a strike for the second bowler. 168, 192 from Vanderbilt. 190, possible 182 here from Sam Houston State. Kristen Qua with a double. She always delivers in the clutch down the stretch. Not a great game by her by any means, but in the 10th frame, shows up and throws a double when you need it. Vanderbilt right now with a 34-pin lead, but of course, Those 2 strikes up there account for 20. And Sam Houston State has the 2 doubles down below, which count as 40, where Vanderbilt only has 1 mark, which counts as 10. So if you do all of the crazy bowling math with the doubles up on the board, San Jose, I was looking at a hockey game playing in here. Sam Houston State is 20 ahead. But Kristen strikes out, so that's exactly what she's supposed to do. She does her job. Nice spare there, big spare for Sam Houston State. It's pretty much even. Oh, we want to welcome in all of our viewers. We've had the most viewers we've had all weekend right now. So thank you for watching this competition here on Inside Bowling 2019 Southland Bowling League Championship. This is the bracket. On the right, we have the winner's bracket. On the left, we have the loser's bracket. Bowling a best of 3 match, essentially. This game and then 5 Baker games, total pinfall, and then it would be the best of 7 Baker. I like to talk about the format over and over again because it is unique, and if people just come into the stream, they know what's going on. So if I sound repetitive, it's just because I want to let people know what's going on. So here we go. All right, we got a nice spare there for Vanderbilt. And Arkansas State bowled 897, by the way, everybody, 897. And Stephen F. Austin bowled 1063. And now, with that strike for Sam Houston State, they are well in control here. Huge double. I've built out a quick screen here for you, a full screen. Sam Houston State and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt with 900, and Sam Houston State with 899 with a ball to go and a double going into the 10th. Maria Bolanova is going to have to strike out. Sam Houston State's going to have to not mark for Vanderbilt to get the win here. Otherwise, it's going to be Sam Houston State. All right, Maria gets the first one. Anchor bowler does her job. Awesome finish right there by the 4th bowler for Sam Houston State University. So still, let's see. So Vanderbilt can get to 930 right now. Sam Houston State is at 908. 22 pins, has a double up. So I believe this is a marked situation. I believe they're going to need a mark because if you had 9, it would add 27. Yeah, they're going to need a mark, I believe, is what we're looking for here. Good count. Mark. Maria leaves the 4 pin, so now a mark is not necessary. keep it on the lane. Sam Houston State. It's enough. It's 9:26 with that right there. So Sam Houston State is going to take this traditional team game get the final scores here. Sam Houston State finished the game down the stretch, 4th and 5th bowler. If you look over at Vanderbilt, Kristen Qua was the only one that struck out in the 10th frame. .920 the final score for Vanderbilt. And 928. 928 for Sam Houston State University. So they have a little bit of a break here, about a 3 to 5 minute break, and then we'll go right into Baker play. We'll be right back here on Inside Bowling. Action underway in our Baker format. Stephen F. Austin and Arkansas State, Sam Houston State and Vanderbilt. Stephen F. Austin and Sam Houston State up 1-0 after our traditional team game. Five games of Baker is what you're going to see here. Total pinfall. It's all about total pinfall. We'll keep track of those games for you right here in the booth. Remember, whoever wins this event will get an automatic berth into Nationals. Vanderbilt will get in regardless because of how they've bowled this year. Sam Houston State, Arkansas State, Stephen F. Austin. Coming into this event, everybody was saying that two out of those three will probably make it, but not all three. So all three of these teams looking to punch their ticket to Nationals. Losers bracket on the left, Stephen F. Austin and Arkansas State. The loser will go home. And then our winners bracket over on the right, double elimination. Both teams will still be in the tournament regardless of win or lose. Stephen F. Austin off to a slow start here, Arkansas State. An opportunity to pounce early. Vanderbilt with a turkey, Sam Houston State finding themselves. It wouldn't surprise me if both matches go to a best of 7. I don't anticipate any sweeps here. Be very surprising, especially since both lower seeds won the traditional team game. Stephen F. Austin setting up the 10th frame. Really good shot again. Arkansas State can bowl 179. Stephen F. Austin 183. Sam Houston State 196. Vanderbilt 192. So not really high scoring to start game number 1. Teams are paced about the same right now. Pretty quick turnaround from the traditional team game into the Baker. Once again, the Baker format, the leadoff bowler bowls the first and 6th frames, second bowler bowls 2nd and 7th, 3rd and 8th, 4th and 9th, and the 5th and the entire 10th frame for the anchor bowler. We're here at USA Bowl in Dallas, Texas. I'm Mike from Inside Bowling. Glad you're here with us. Southland Bowling League. If you want to find out more information about the Southland Bowling League, go to southland.org and click on the bowling link. So 163 to start it out for Stephen F. Austin. Best Arkansas State can do is 157. Vanderbilt. Bowl 181, 186 for Sam Houston State. So an open for Arkansas State, it's 146 to start. So 17-pin advantage for Stephen F. Austin. Sam Houston State opens with 186. Best Vanderbilt can do is 181. So the teams that just won the team game, now through one game of Baker, will also have the lead going into the second game. Once again, 17 pins for Stephen F. Austin. .181 for Vanderbilt. Sam Houston State University, 5-pin lead going into game number 2 of 5. Are we seeing a turn of events here in the Arkansas State match? Stephen F. Austin with the 17-pin lead, but an open here in the 5th. And strikes in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with a spare up in the 5th for Arkansas State. Can they get lined up? Can they get going like you know they can? Can Stephen F. Austin continue to bowl well? 1,063 in the traditional team game. They started with 163, which I'm sure they would have liked to have had more than that. Arkansas State with only 146. Whichever team figures out this pair and can bowl a couple of 200 games will be the team that will win the Baker portion. Sam Houston State and Vanderbilt, their pair is really starting to break down. They're moving in on the lane considerably. Stephen F. Austin with a strike, and they are into it. They are really getting pumped up about this one. Remember, seeding-wise, Stephen F. Austin, the Lady Jacks, they are the number 4 seeds in this event. Arkansas State is the number 3 seeds in this event. Sam Houston State, the number 2 seeds in this event, and Vanderbilt, the number 1 seed. So if Sam Houston State can win, they are the 2 seed. Stephen F. Austin is a 4 seed. So with March Madness going on, the underdogs would be winning here today based off seeding. But these are 4 of the top 7 teams in the country. Wow, Kristen, that 8-pin just barely tilted over. That's how you split the 8-9 right there. So double now for Vanderbilt. Sam Houston State just keeps filling frames. Got a pretty close game there right now. Remember, it's total pinfall +5 right now, Sam Houston State, after game number 1. A triple now for Vanderbilt. look at Vanderbilt go. They've just been hanging around, and now they can bowl 235 with a four-bagger up there right now. Sam Houston State can still bowl 225. It's all about stringing strikes. Another strike for Vanderbilt. And that can be intimidating to another team when a team can throw 5, 6 in a row at you. In a five-game Baker match, you know, if you don't shoot 2-0, 190 or so, it can get you into a deficit you just can't overcome. Vanderbilt's going to take the lead with this huge game in the 230s. Stephen F. Austin bowls 190. Arkansas State can bowl 183 with a strike here. .182. So Stephen F. Austin now up 25 pins going into game number 3. Vanderbilt finishes with 204. I'm sorry, my math was wrong. What did I not figure correctly here? I'm sorry, I thought it was going to be a game in the 230s. I don't do that very often, folks. I apologize. I was working with a couple of things up here, but 204 is the number. 204. I added another frame. All right, let's try this again. Sam Houston State here is going to be in the 190s with a spare. 191 will be the score. So not as bad as I was painting a picture of. So 191. Vanderbilt's going to take the lead. Sam Houston State was up by 5.
Vanderbilt now has an 8-pin advantage over Sam Houston State University. Stephen F. Austin 25 pins going into this game number 3. Stephen F. Austin comes out with 4 in a row. They are bringing it. Well, Vanderbilt now is totally lined up, starting with 3 in a row. Sam Houston State's in trouble unless they can start striking. 200 games plus on 31 and 32 is what you're going to need. Arkansas State continues to struggle with back-to-back opens. Stephen F. Austin 4 in a row and then a spare. The strike for Sam Houston State. The Bearcats with a strike up now. Oh, wow, hook. Oh, wow. That was hanging right off of the gutter and still almost struck. Both teams have a split. Sam Houston State and Vanderbilt. I thought that split over there for Vanderbilt was an opportunity for Sam Houston State to come in and throw a triple up on the board. Get this thing right back to about even. But a split for Sam Houston State, as well as oil pattern again, talking about it. It was 26 milliliters in oil, 2.07 to 1 ratio. Very, very flat, symmetrical on both sides. Good shot for Sam Houston State, setting up the 10th frame, can still bowl 212, and I know I got the score right this time. Vanderbilt this game can bowl 233. Stephen F. Austin several frames ahead of Arkansas State. Still bowl 221. Arkansas State 195. Excuse me, 205. It's already a 25-pin lead for Stephen F. Austin. Looking to extend it here. Their anchor bowlers bowled really well today. I remember last year when they had Stephanie Schwartz, she bowled awesome, but now their anchor bowler is bowling extremely well. I believe that's Dakota Hazelwood. You guys can help me out in the chat and let me know. Nice cover for Vanderbilt. Can bowl 209 now. Sam Houston State with this triple here can bowl 212. Okay, 201. So just hanging around. Still a very close match after 3 games between Vanderbilt and Sam Houston State. So Stephen F. Austin finishes with 211. Arkansas State can bowl 174. It was Vanderbilt 209. Sam Houston State 201. Vandy has a 16-pin lead with 2 games to go on lanes 31 and 32. And here on the Arkansas State Stephen F. Austin match, a strike there, so 174. So 26 and 11. It's 37 plus 25. 62-pin lead. 62 pins for Stephen F. Austin over Arkansas State at this moment. 16-pin lead for Vanderbilt in this game number 4. Alexis Carter in the chat, thank you for the help with the lineup. Stephen F. Austin's lineup is Carlene Bayer, Megan Eaglehouse, Sarah Gill, Paige Beanie, and Dakota Hazelwood.
I remember Dakota from last year. She's bowled phenomenal today. So who do you guys think is going to win in the chat? Stephen F. Austin right now, 62 pin lead. Vanderbilt, 16 pin lead here in this game number 4. Coming in. Huge strike for Sam Houston State. 16 pin deficit, looking to try to make it up here with 1 game to go. And there's Kristen. Stephen F. Austin really struggling this game, but so is Arkansas State. .62 pins is the lead again by Stephen F. Austin. Another pocket hit for Maria Bolanova, but that strike would have been pretty big considering Sam Houston State can bowl 227
Vanderbilt had 2:25 left. Now Vanderbilt just going to be in the 2-0s. And if we can get a double here from Sam Houston State, there'll be a lead change. Vanderbilt up 16 coming into this game. This is game 4 of 5 in the total pin Baker. And earlier, Sam Houston State defeated Vanderbilt 928 to 920 to get the first win. And you got to get 2 wins to advance. This is for the winner's bracket. The loser's bracket on the left side of your screen, Arkansas State, Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin bowled 1063. A really high game against Arkansas State's 897. And now they have a 62 pin lead and has Arkansas State up against the ropes. But very low, sluggish scoring game here in game number 4 on lanes 23 and 24. So now second shot in the 10th for Sam Houston State. Very, very important shot here. It's a good one, just not good enough. So Sam Houston State can bowl 217, be 204 for Vanderbilt. And we'll have almost an even match with a game to go. Anybody's ball game. Vanderbilt will have lane choice. It's important on the fill ball here to fill it up and get all 10. Every pin matters right now in this close match. And she does. How about 204 for Vanderbilt? .217 for Sam Houston State. It's a difference of 13 pins, which means Vanderbilt has a 3-pin lead going into game number 5 coming up next right here. 189 for Stephen F. Austin, 173 for Arkansas State. So the lead goes up to 78 going into the last game. Remember, Vanderbilt has a 3-pin advantage over Sam Houston State right now in our winner's bracket match. Sam Houston State trying to close it out. You can hear them getting excited down there. Three-pin advantage for Vanderbilt. Arkansas State down 78. Would need a huge game, like 250, 260 or more. All right, a good spare for Sam Houston State. Right now, through 4 frames, it is a 3-pin match. So they are dead even with the 3 pins Vanderbilt has to work with coming in. And here comes Arkansas State with a double. 78 pins, 78 pin deficit. Arkansas State starts with 3 in a row. I'm sorry, 9 spare double, I should say. Still have 290 left. Wow, what a spare for Maria Bolanova, anchor bowler for Vanderbilt. Big spare. Might come down to which team can throw a double. Arkansas State, their run will end at just 2 strikes. Stephen F. Austin with just 2 opens. Remember, 78 pin lead for Stephen F. Austin. 3 pins for Vanderbilt. Stephen F. Austin here, missing 3 spares. So let's do some math here. 78 pins, sorry, to work with. So 78 pins is a lot of pins. But now Arkansas State's striking. It's not over yet. 26 in the third, 69. Stephen F. Austin going at a 166 pace if they were to fill 20 out the rest of the way, 166. So a game in the 240s would be enough for Arkansas State. Sam Houston State looking to pull this upset. They were down by 3 coming into this game, looking to sweep. Sam Houston State looking for the berth into nationals from winning this event. If so, they'll be one step closer if they can win and advance through the winners bracket. They would have to be defeated twice tomorrow by whoever makes it out. Right now, it's looking like it would be Vanderbilt and Stephen F. Austin bowling each other for the right to bowl Sam Houston State. Still a lot of bowling left here, but right now, if things were to end, that would be the situation. So Kristen's up on lane 32. Typically in these situations, you're going to see a great shot in the pocket from her. She does it over and over again. And there it is, a strike, just as I called it. Arkansas State's making things interesting, but trying to overcome a 78 pin difference is maybe just too much. So an open frame from Sam Houston State now. They can still bowl 182. Vanderbilt, the best they can do is 167. So Sam Houston State needs 170 or better to shut out Vanderbilt. 171, actually. This is coming right down to it. Arkansas State not dead yet, 78 pins. This is getting exciting. I got to do a lot of math here. Maria Bolanova up. Another 10 pin for her. She's left a lot of 10 pins today. So 157 the best score. 161 would be enough. Sam Houston State University is going to advance in the winners bracket. They are looking for their berth into nationals without even having to get in. They want to lock and punch their ticket in, and they've done it. They are at a situation right now where they can do so. They've bowled good enough, and they've swept Vanderbilt here today.
Arkansas State can still bowl 226. That means Stephen F. Austin would have to bowl 148. With the 78-pin lead that they have. .172 for Sam Houston State. 157 for Vanderbilt. It's a difference of 15 pins. So Sam Houston State takes it by 12 pins. They are finished over there. And take you full screen over to lanes 23 and 24. Arkansas State, Stephen F. Austin. Arkansas State down 78 coming into this game. Can still bowl 212. I mean, Stephen F. Austin needs 134, if my math is correct. Possible 212 for Arkansas State. I mean, Stephen F. Austin needs 135. 135 to advance. Which is no gimme. Well, you never know. Arkansas State has shown up in a big way, and Stephen F. Austin has really collapsed here in this fifth game. Going to need all 78 pins that they had coming in. They need 2 marks. Stephen F. Austin needs 2 marks. 135 is the number that they need. If they do not pick this up, and they were just to get 2, that would give them 116 in the 9th, which they'd have to fill 19 in the 10th, if this isn't made. If it's made, they can breathe easy. They would just need good count. Odds are still highly in their favor. That was a huge spare right there in the 9th frame. It doesn't matter how you win, it's just that you get it done, and that was a huge pressure spare in a pressure moment. They need 135. Right now, they have 117. They're going to get whatever the first ball is in the 10th added to the 9th. So if you take 18 to this, that's 135. 9 count. 9 count as I see it. 9 count will do it. Now an 8 count should do it. Dakota. And a strike will do it right there. Stephen F. Austin is going to advance. That's the best way to do it. Throw a strike. Dakota Hazelwood has had an awesome tournament. She's been bowling really, really good. Stephen F. Austin upsets Arkansas State. Sam Houston State upsets Vanderbilt. Tomorrow morning, this is what we will have. We will have Stephen F. Austin taking on Vanderbilt at 8 a.m. The winner will go on to take on Sam Houston State, and Sam Houston State will need to be beat twice. Congratulations to the Sam Houston State Bearcats and the Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks. And Vanderbilt, the #1 team in the country, has more work to do tomorrow and can still win this tournament. Also, congratulations to Arkansas State on another good tournament. Sure, they're unhappy with their finish, but Coach Kostick and all the girls there, they should be proud of what they're doing. They are a bit rebuilding. They lost some seniors last year, and this experience will just help them more for next year. Round 4 is over, everybody. On behalf of Rick Barbera, our tournament official, on behalf of Josh Modello and his family that owns USA Bowl here in Dallas, Texas, and for Thomas Samuel and everyone at the Southland Bowling League, I'm Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling. I thank you for watching our broadcast, and we invite you to come back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for our semifinals, and then join us immediately after for the finals tomorrow to see who comes out on top as the 2019 Southland Bowling League champions and earn that automatic berth into the NCAA championships. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Good night.